Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mandy and I am the Bookish Artist. I am back from my little weekend getaway and this came while I was gone. This is my first order from Appelboom, or not my first order. I ordered some ink from them last year, but this is my first pen order. I ordered it a couple weeks ago. I selected the nib tuning and I opened it up and I thought, oh man, I should do a whole unboxing. So I haven't opened it up. I opened up the box and took a couple things out, but I haven't actually opened it up. But I'm very excited. This is a new pen that I have been looking at forever. So I did, it came in something else, but it came so nice. And it came with stroopwafels, which I love. These things are so delicious. So I'm gonna enjoy those. But I loved how this was packaged. So it was like, and I think they're in Switzerland. I cannot remember. I'm so sorry. Is it Appelboom? Yeah, I'm not, because that looks like Appelboom to me, but I think I've heard of Appelboom. I'm not positive, so I might have to go check that out and double check. But this is, they sent this. Isn't that beautiful? That's beautiful. I love that. That's so cool. So cool. And they answered my questions anytime I had a question while I was waiting for this package. But it was, this pen specialist was Lauren. Lauren. I know from reading the old, like, what were those books? It was like, it was a trilogy, and somebody else took over it. I'm gonna take this box away, but that's a nice box. They shipped with DHL, and so it was kind of like weird because it had a delay. But is it Stieg Larsson? I don't remember, but like the girl with the dragon tattoo, that series. I read it when it first came out, like years and years and years ago, and it was so good. But are they the same? I don't even know. You know what? I'm gonna pretend that I don't know, because I don't. I'm really bad with European countries. I will 100%, but it's an Estie. So this one is the, oh, did I order a broad? I thought I ordered a medium. Oh no. Well, I guess I will have to contact them, or I'll go look at my, first look at my thing. But I thought I ordered a medium. Oh, well. But I had been looking at this color for a really long time, and I really wanted this color, but it had been sold out like everywhere. And the more and more I thought about Esterbrook, I have noticed that they don't always restock their colors, and so I did not want to miss out on this because I saw that lilac last year. I really want the lilac really badly, but I am not going to spend money on a pre-owned pen like premium, like, unless I could get a good deal. But I got this one, the Scarlet. Oh my gosh, it is even more pretty in person. And I love that they have this pen specialist in here. I do need to see, is it a broad? No. I thought this said broad on the outside where it says B, but it is not. It is a medium. I ordered a medium. I have discovered in my fountain pen journey that I really love medium pens, at least at this point. And I don't know if that will change, but I have one Esterbrook medium and one nib, and I flip-flop it around my pens because I love it so much. So I wanted to get another medium. And so this pen I have been looking at. This was the one I wanted for my first Esterbrook way back when, but I ended up getting the Jurassic because of the Fude nib. I wanted this one or the Winter White, and this one was still in stock, and I thought, oh, I'll have a few months to get it, and it has been out of stock everywhere. But it's got this like beautiful, like there's like, it's Scarlet, so there's that dark red, but it's also got these beautiful like flakes of like blue and purple. And so I was really excited, and I knew that I was going to unbox this last night because it's the next day. since I got home, I knew I was going to unbox it. So I kind of, like, instead of unboxing it, I kind of went through and wanted to look at some inks to see what inks, like, and I'm going to narrow it down here. I'm going to grab another pen here. Narrow it down. Oh, by the way, this is my one with Celadon Cat and Frost Glitter. Really liking this. Let's see. This ink I just love so much. This is Tasha Abe, which is in a pen right now, so I'm not going to use that one. This would be good, but this one I've had a sample of for years, this Private Reserve Electric Blue, and I have a small little sample, and I just don't love this blue. And it would look really great in the pen, but I don't love the blue. Oh yeah, Marinda Red. I'm going to put a star next to that one. So this one, I wasn't sure what color it was, but greens, I don't think a green will look that great as like matching. Sailor Ink Studio 273 could be good. Oh, I definitely think Hound of Baskerville. I thought that for right away. Diamine Enchanted Ocean has some red sheen. I really want to narrow this down to like 5 inks that I can put on one. Oh, let's see. I really like doing this where I just ink a bunch of inks and kind of look and see what I'm in the mood for too. I'm not in the mood for shimmer, which is weird, but I just want to make sure that this works really well, especially since I had it tuned. Prussian Blue would be a good one. I also thought that this Ferris Wheel Press Bluebell Brush Strokes, which I had in my Tom's Studio. Oh, I'm still so bummed about it. I haven't finished my vlog, but I lost my Tom's Studio Ren. It fell out of my purse somewhere in the Twin Cities, and I am just bummed about it. I was just getting to know the pen, and it was still brand new to me, and I am so sad because it's not a fountain pen. It uses fountain pen inks, but it has like a different tip, and I was really enjoying the difference, and I'm just bummed about it. I am so bummed. I like was near tears because I had lost my keys. It's just part of my brain, and how my brain works is that like everything's everywhere. And yeah, Inspired Blue would be pretty. See, now I thought this Tom's Studio Broadway, and I love that. I am gonna put that on the final sheet. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 with this Ackerman's. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so I'm gonna go grab those inks and grab my Hobonichi. My Hobonichi notebook, which is where I have a Hobonichi notebook. This is what I've been doing all my swatches in for videos. So I'm gonna go grab those 6 inks. Is it 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Maybe I take one off. I'll figure that out. I'll be back. A small update that has nothing to do with my new pen, but this pen right now, I ended up, for anybody who watched my last video, of my like Atlas haul, I had gotten from Atlas Tom's Studio Pigment Black, which is right here actually, because I've been filling up a couple pens. I ended up packing, which I do every time, but that's why I try to like narrow everything down so small, because I always panic pack and then never use half the things I panic pack, but this is just anxiety and living with it. I ended up not just inking my Platinum Preppy, but I ended up taking out, I had Rowan Klingner's Sketch Ink Lily in here, and I ended up taking it out and putting Tom's Studio. So I'm going to use that today. I have been just loving the Tom's Studio Black, Pigment Black. It is $13 for an entire 50 milliliter bottle, and it is so beautiful, and it's so matte, and it has been working really well. in my pens and with my art. I have been able to use watercolor. Oh, it's great. So I now have 3 pens inked up with it because I like to take and have different line variations. Like this one is a preppy extra fine, a platinum extra fine. This one as well. This one is a Jinhao extra fine, but it's a lot thicker. And then I also, my tried and true platinum curry dust with an extra fine nib also has it, because I had Rowan Klingner's Emma in here. So I usually have those in like different places, but I just wanted to update on that since I am here and I was doing this anyway and filming. Thought use that for that, and I just love it. Just love the Tom Studio Black. So I really hope Tom Studio comes out with more pigment inks, because this is seriously the best pigment ink that I have found, and just yeah, awesome. Okay, so I narrowed it down. I ended up taking from the 7, I ended up taking Rohrer and Klingner's Marinda Red off. I love that color, but I remembered that it is quite wet, and I just didn't want to have any issues with like bleeding and feathering. So I took it off just because I'm like, yeah, I probably won't ink the pen. And so I've got my trusty little, my new stir stick here that I picked up off Amazon. I picked it up off Amazon. I forgot to mention that on my last video, and then for some reason all of my links, they weren't on my last video, so I had people asking. So that was what I wanted to say, is I got that there. Okay, and this first ink is Ackerman's Dutch Masters, and this one is in Israel's Zeeblau. I think that's what it's called. And I'm using one of my like little paper baggies or plastic baggies that come with like so much. So it's really nice that I saw that somebody else used that, and I'm like, okay, I can do that. And then I'm also going to use my Hokoro medium dip pen, since I haven't used the medium for a while. I think I used my last one I used was the Kakimori, or no, I used the Colorverse. So I try to swap between them because sometimes I just want to do differently. And this one is Ackerman Dutch Masters. I did not dip enough ink. I always try to dip less because I don't need to write for 5 pages, or not 5 pages, but for 5 paragraphs or 1 paragraph. I think they last a long time with a full dip, especially with these reservoirs. So Israel's Zebla. There. So there's that one. This one is like a very tealish blue, but I thought, oh, that might be pretty. I thought having a few blues in the mix and not just reds. It's funny that I really wanted this pen, but I don't use a lot of, I end up not using a lot of blues and reds, but I have been on this kick the last few months of using colors that I've never considered using before. Next one is which is funny, this is one of my favorite inks by J. Herbin. It was my first J. Herbin ink that I got, and I bought a sample of it, used the sample, and then ended up buying this bigger sample type bottle, the 10 mil, and I am about halfway through this one too. So I really like this, but it tells me that I do use this one. I just haven't had inked up. Inked up for a few months. Maybe that's the one I do. I don't know. I kind of want to I want to swatch these and give a feeling of like, okay, I narrowed it down to these 6. What do I narrow it down to more? Like to get to my final one. This is my process. I also just really like playing with ink. And so like sitting and swatching the ink like I did last night onto like my little like cheap paper. That's my, well, it's not cheap paper, but my like less nice paper is something that I really enjoy doing, to just play with color and remember, oh yeah, that's what this color is. And going through all my samples, so I'm kind of using what I'm got. I just really like to see how they look together, because I know that I feel that when you have certain inks on like your little, like, what do you call it? Like the little cards, they're really nice to have so you can reference them, but I like to see them on a paper to see, because I think that they change. They, like, you notice different things about each color when you have them placed different or swatch different. So I just like to play and figure this out, but I do really like Rouge Granat. It's a very dark, deep red. I am not really big in, and I think that's why I like the Scarlet pen so much, is it's that deeper red. I really love deeper, like almost maroon reds, but like bright red is just, it's not a color that I gravitate towards. Okay, the next one is the Tom Studio Broadway Shimmer. I'm gonna laugh if I say I didn't want a shimmer and then this is the one that I pick, because I just think it's so pretty. It's got a gold shimmer. I haven't inked this one up in a pen. I have been really impressed with Tom Studio's products. Yeah, because I have only gotten a few. My friend got me really interested in the Wren, which I bought and lost within 3 days of having it. I'm just still so mad about that. Like, still so bummed. And I went back. I think I lost it in a restaurant, and I went back to the restaurant. I called the restaurant right away, but they were closed by the time I realized I had lost it. So I guess they have cleaners that they hire out, and they're pretty sure the cleaners just looked at it and were like, it's a garbage. So, and it looks like a little tiny like metal, you know, what do you call it? You know, it's just, it was like a little like metal like stick. So I'm sure they thought nothing of it or didn't even pay attention, you know? So it's just a bummer. It's just a bummer. I'm so mad, like, mad at myself, because I need to pay attention. But I did pay attention and did not lose any of my other ones for the weekend. So there's that. At least I did that. But I was so excited about trying out something that wasn't a fountain pen, but I could still use my inks with. So I will probably end up buying another one this week, just because I still want to try it, you know? Okay, this ink is really wet. Oof. Either that or my dip pen's really wet, because sometimes it gets wet. Sometimes with these dip pens, I've noticed if you leave them in the water too much when you're like trying to get them out, or if you put them too far down, water will get stuck up in here and stuck up in here, and then you've got it like holding, and then all your inks are just wet. So I'm gonna make sure that that's not what happened and it's just this ink. But it is, oh, it's so pretty. It's such a pretty purple. Oh man, okay. The next one I chose was the Hound of Baskerville, which I haven't used this one in a while, but this is Wearing Ghouls. I really love this. This has this really beautiful, like red, deep red color, but then it's got like a green sheen, and the sheen is lovely. And the ink flows so nice. I really enjoy it, and it looks really nice next to For Whom the Bell Tolls, which is a greener ink, and it has a red sheen. So it's kind of like, I feel like they kind of like are like buddy pairs, but that ink is so pretty. I love this ink. And I haven't used it in a while, so I'm like, do I need to use this one? I am right now already like feeling these two, but I don't know why I'm in such like a dark mood this month, but I've been in like, it's like gloomy. I want some spooky, which usually I don't get like my spooky feeling until July. And there's usually one of the booktubers here, oh my gosh, why am I blanking on her name? I cannot remember her name. Oh my goodness, and I've watched her forever, and I've joined in on, but she hosts, if you know, she hosts Summerween here on YouTube, and I cannot for the life of me remember her name. Gabby, there we go, Gabby. She hosts the Summerween, which is a summer reading marathon that is all about reading spooky books in July, and I really enjoy it. Now this is the color that was in my Tom's Studio Ren. So it's very, very navy, but it has this really pretty red sheen. And this is called Ferris Wheels Presses Bluebells Brush Strokes. And this is a newer ink that I got. And I really love just the depth it has. And I got one of the, I really am happy. I'm so glad that Ferris Wheel Press is starting to do these like bigger, like 10 milliliter, like J.R. Bonds, because it makes it like, okay, do I really like this ink? Do I not? Because they're like little chargers were so hard to, you know, even like dip into. And this is a little easier to get a pen because their bottles are so beautiful, but they're kind of a pain to work with. Yeah. You know, I think I might pull out that Miranda red because I only have 2 reds and they're like really dark, and it would be nice to see another red in the lineup just so I make sure that I am representing the whole pen and the feel and the vibe. So yeah, Miranda red I still think I need. So I'll be right back. Okay. All right, got Miranda red. I love this. This is one that I have had for quite a while, and I've used it. It's just, it is a very, very wet, but it's like a wet and desaturated red. I just think it's so beautiful. I don't know how to describe it, but it's very, like, I think that would be the best way. It's very desaturated, and it kind of got mixed with the, you know, the Bluebell brush strokes right there. There. You can see how it mixes. But it is a really nice flowy red. And see, that's what I worry. If I put this in the pen, I would gladly put it in a pen, but I wonder if it's gonna feather. I haven't used it for a while because it is very wet. I don't know, maybe I should try it. Did I spill it? There's a giant red mark all over my, right here. I don't know what happened there. I think I might have spilled a little ink. Was it this one or was it another one? I have no idea, but it's not looking great. So that's over there. And then the last one I grabbed was Diamond Prussian Blue. And I am running a little out of room because I've got these splatters so big, but I do want to try this one out. One of my viewers on my Celadon Cat the Wearing Gold Wuthering Heights video asked me about Prussian Blue and if it would be similar to Wuthering Heights, and it is not. But I do have it, and it was one I was like, I should pull that out. I think I swatched it when I first got it, and then I kind of put it away. So it's like one of those things where it's like, well, why did you get it if you weren't going to use it? Trying to use what I have and trying to, like, what happens when I get a new pen often is I'll buy a whole new bottle of ink that I think matches. So I'm trying to, like, use what I have and see what I can find in my ever-flowing ink collections. And I'm not like not buying ink, but I'm trying to be a little bit better about it, going the sample route a little bit more. But then I don't know, I'm still working on it. Like, it's just always like, I feel like it's just one of those like things that's ever changing, because how you pen and how you collect and everything changes. So, and I really appreciate that other people are like looking at their stuff too, because it makes me really think about it. Like, I've really appreciated like feeling like everyone's in conversation in the pen community because it's fantastic. Like, I just love that. Like, and they're willing to share what they've found and do. Okay, so that is the colors. And I'm trying to figure out, because I want to do this, and then I want to let them dry because I want to figure out how it feels to have a nib tuned. This is the first time I've had a nib tuned before I got it. So I am really excited to test it out. I'm going to test it out against my other medium, Estie, and see if there's a noticeable difference. Because I will definitely, what's the word? I will prioritize the companies that offer the nib tuning service, because the nib tuning service, it just took longer to get this pen. It took like an extra week to get this pen, but it didn't cost anymore. And so I was really appreciative of it. Okay, and as these are drying, oh man. Okay, so the Mirinda Red is more close to this, which is like these like little light colored chips of red in there, and that would be really pretty. I definitely think that Broadway Shimmer would be so nice to like marry the like tiny purples in there. And for some reason I have just been into this Bluebell brush strokes. I love it. It is such a beautiful navy, and the Prussian blue, oh my gosh, that's so pretty too. This one is, I think, a little bit too green now that I'm looking at it, at least for what I want. I do like it, and I think it would look lovely in the pen, but it's not what I want. And it's like, oh, this has this beautiful green sheen, and it's like beautiful, but the green, I wish it was a blue sheen. I don't know if you can. I don't know how the sheens, I don't know what the properties and how they work and like the mixing. I would love to figure that out and like play with all of the like dyes and things. But this one is lovely. Oh man, this is hard. So what am I inking this up with for the first time? You know what? I think I'm going to try the Mirinda Red because I really like that. And then that will give me an idea if I want to get a bottle of this, because I am down. Like, this was a Vanessa one, so it was definitely 4 milliliters. I am down to the like last milliliter. So, okay, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to ink that. And I'll just do it right here now. Right here, right now. Yeah, so I'm still kind of worn out from the weekend. I love seeing my friends, especially my one friend. We've all been friends since college, so like we were going on like 20 years of friendship. And my one friend, she moved to Missouri to get her PhD and met a man there and then stayed in Missouri. So we don't get to see her very often. She didn't move back. The rest of us, like, we're kind of spread out. The rest of us live within like 3 hours of each other, but she lives like 8 hours. So she is always scheming on how we can get together. And so I really enjoyed this weekend of seeing them and seeing Sailor Moon live. Oh my gosh, it was so good. I have been a Sailor Moon fan since I was a wee tot, since it first like came to the United States, and so it was like 95, 96, 97, somewhere in there. I don't remember the exact date, but yeah. Oh my gosh, I've got ink everywhere. This is me. I don't know if you're like this, but some of the YouTubers are very, very clean, and I am not. Like, I try, I really do, but it's like, oh, I'm playing with ink all the time. So yeah, but anyway, yeah, we saw Sailor Moon. I was so excited to see this live show, because this is like one of those things I said to my friend. I was like, this is like one of those like dreams and wishes that you never realized you had. So I'm grabbing some Kokuyo paper because it is what is closest, and I don't want to use my Hobonichi because it's still drying. But so we will. Oh, is it not writing? I just drew up ink, so let's see. There we go. Give me a line. Oh, I'm getting things all over. Oh, see this? Look at this. This is not cool. This is just not going through the ink. Okay, they did check this, so hard start right now. Is it the ink? Which is funny because I was just telling you all that this is a very wet ink, so let's see. What if I do it this way? Go like this, shake it. If not, I will do a dip and test it. There we go. Okay. We'll do a box here. Okay. Oh my gosh. So this is Rower and Klingnes. And it is so smooth. Oh my goodness. That is magical smooth. Okay. Now I have my other, I think it's in my Jurassic, pretty sure. That is my other medium, yes. So here's my Jurassic, and it is, I put Mad Hatter in here, I finally did. This is Wearing Ghoul's Mad Hatter. So this is still a very pleasant writing experience. Like, I would never have a problem with just buying a pen if it's one I really wanted and there weren't stores that had tuning in stock. This is still pretty great. The tines, I can feel there is like a little bit more feedback and scratchiness, like, but it still runs like so. It is a beautiful, beautiful run. However, this one has just that little bit extra finesse. Like, oh man, it is beautiful. And so I would say the companies, and I know that Pen Realm has it, and Appelboom. There was a couple other ones that have nib tuning. Definitely recommend, because that is fantastic. So I'm very excited about this one. Looks great. So here are my Esties, and I have one more Estie coming, and then I think my Esties should be pretty complete for a while, if not forever. But I have one more Estie coming, and I'm really excited about it. But there they are. Look at how beautiful they look together. Oh my goodness. It's like, I don't know, it's like the jewel tones almost. Like, it's very, very, like, I could use a yellow one maybe too, but that's not what I have coming. I could use, like, I looked at the honeycomb. I'm really, really considering it, and the tortoise shell. So one of those two may get added, but I really like this, like, deep feeling. Like, these are very moody in my opinion. I feel like these are very moody, which is so funny for me, but they're not bright and wild. Like, there's a couple Esterbrook's that are really bright and wild, and I like these more. I don't know, something about the Esterbrook, it feels very classy, and these feel very classic and classy. And sometimes, even with all the ink on my hands, I want to be classic and classy. I'm not classic and classy, but I pretend. All right, so that's that. Yeah, and there are the inks. I did go with the Marinda Red, and it's actually, I'm curious to see how it works in my Leuchtturm, because that's the one where I worry about feathering, because that's where I do my journaling. I am a little nervous, but I will find out later and update. But these are all great options for this pen. I am really happy with the ones I picked. So, oh, and wow. So before I go, the Tom's Studio Broadway Shimmer. Look at that shimmer. Look at that. And look at that sheen on those. Those two sheen really beautifully. I love the way the Bluebell brush strokes sheens. It is just absolutely beautiful. Oh, Prussian blue kind of sheens too. Ooh, I do want to get that into a pen. That may get into a pen in May if I don't switch up a pen mid month. All right, well, there we go. There's my pens. There's my new one. And I'm so glad that you were here with me today. If you got this far, give me a red heart if you want to drop something. It really helps out my channel. If you want to pick up any of these beautiful, lovely inks, I believe they all should be ones that Atlas offers, because I'm pretty sure I got most of them from Atlas. Maybe not that. I know that this one, like when I buy the bottles, I'm pretty sure I get, like, I know I got this one from Atlas. So this one I did get from Van Ness. So, but I do have a code, Amanda10, and you can pick up any of these inks from Atlas using my code, and it really helps me out, and helps me buy new inks and things for the channel. So I really appreciate it. Appreciate all of you being here with me and putting up with my pure chaos. And I hope you have a great, lovely pen day, and may your hands be full of ink too. All right. Bye, guys.